In a stunning turn of events that has sent shockwaves through American politics, Marjorie Taylor Greene, one of the most polarizing and controversial figures in modern U.S. history, has announced her resignation from Congress. Effective January 5, 2026, Greene's departure marks the end of a tumultuous era defined by fiery rhetoric, conspiracy theories, and relentless political theatrics. For years, Greene has been at the center of both admiration and ire. Elected to represent Georgia's 14th congressional district in 2020, she quickly became a household name, not for legislative achievements, but for her unfiltered commentary, aggressive social media presence, and fierce alignment with former President Donald Trump. Her tenure in Congress was marked by clashes with colleagues, inflammatory statements on national television, and an unwavering commitment to a political ideology that often courted controversy. The breaking point: why Greene resigned. The immediate catalyst for her resignation appears to be a bitter breakdown in her relationship with Trump. Once her staunchest ally, Trump reportedly turned against Greene, investing in political moves against her and even backing primary challengers. In her resignation statement, Greene described the situation in stark terms, saying she felt like a battered wife in the political sphere, subjected to endless attacks, slander, and personal threats, and that the man she once trusted most had now become a major source of pressure. Beyond personal grievances, Greene cited frustration with her limited influence in Congress. Despite her high-profile platform, she argued that key legislative priorities she cared about, including border security, healthcare reform, and government accountability, were left to sit collecting dust, while partisan politics dominated the chamber. Her resignation, she explained, was not only a personal decision but also a political one. She did not want her district to be dragged into a primary battle fueled by external interference. Trump's reaction: a sign of fractures within the GOP. The response from Donald Trump was both immediate and revealing. Trump called Greene's resignation "great news for the country," a statement that underscores how far the relationship between the two has soured. What was once a close alliance between a loyal MAGA advocate and the former president has now become a symbol of deeper fissures within the populist wing of the Republican Party. For many political observers, this public split signals potential realignments in the party's strategy and leadership moving into future elections. Implications of Greene's departure. Greene's resignation carries significant consequences across multiple fronts. Impact on congressional balance. With Greene leaving her seat, the Republican majority in the House is slightly narrowed, making the passage of conservative priorities potentially more complicated. Depending on the outcome of the upcoming special election, this could either strengthen or weaken GOP influence in critical votes. Shift in MAGA dynamics. Greene was more than a congresswoman, she was a prominent figurehead for the radical populist faction within the party. Her exit leaves a void that could reshape the movement's leadership and strategy, prompting both introspection and potential realignment among her former allies. Epstein files and oversight legacy. Greene's vocal advocacy for transparency surrounding the Epstein files was among her most prominent initiatives. Though she is leaving Congress, the issues she championed may continue to influence public discourse, highlighting her enduring impact on high-profile oversight matters. Safety and political pressure conversations. Greene's mention of personal threats, lawfare, and political harassment adds to an ongoing discussion about the pressures faced by outspoken politicians. Her claims bring attention to the intense and sometimes dangerous nature of modern partisan politics. Georgia's 14th district. Greene's departure triggers a special election that could reshape political representation in her district. The selection of her successor, whether another hardline MAGA figure or a more moderate candidate, will have implications for both local and national politics. The celebration and criticism. For many, Greene's resignation is a cause for celebration. Critics view her as a destabilizing force whose rhetoric often exacerbated divisions within Congress and across the country. Her departure represents a symbolic and practical opportunity to reduce political drama and restore a semblance of decorum to the legislative process. However, not everyone sees this as an unqualified victory. Her staunch supporters may feel betrayed by both Trump and the Republican establishment. Additionally, stepping down does not necessarily mark the end of Greene's political influence. She has hinted at future endeavors and could return to politics in another capacity, leveraging her media presence and loyal base to remain a figure of significance. Bigger picture. What Greene's exit means for U.S. politics. Marjorie Taylor Greene's resignation offers a lens through which to view the evolving landscape of American politics. Her departure highlights the internal struggles within the GOP, the precarious balance between populist ideals and political pragmatism, and the intense personal toll of holding high-profile political office in today's polarized environment. It also underscores that even the most outspoken and seemingly invincible political figures can be challenged and sidelined, revealing the fragility of alliances built on ideology and loyalty. Her resignation also opens the door to new leadership within the party and presents an opportunity for a fresh direction in Georgia's 14th district. Whether this will lead to moderation, continued radicalism under a new figure, or a completely unexpected political twist remains to be seen. Looking ahead, as Greene prepares to leave Congress in January 2026, the political world is left to reckon with the implications of her departure. Will her seat be filled by another firebrand, or will a new, more moderate voice emerge? How will her break with Trump influence the MAGA movement going forward? And what lasting impact will her tenure, marked by both fervent advocacy and relentless controversy, have on American political culture? One thing is certain: Marjorie Taylor Greene's exit from Congress is not just a personal turning point. It is a pivotal moment in U.S. politics, a shift that reflects deeper changes within the Republican Party and the broader political landscape. For critics, it is a victory; for supporters, a bitter setback; and for the nation, a reminder of the volatility and unpredictability of contemporary American governance. The end of Greene's congressional career may close one chapter, but it leaves open countless questions about the future of populism, party loyalty, and the very nature of political power in the United States. For now, the political theater she dominated for years has quieted, at least in her official capacity, leaving observers eager to see what happens next.